Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Catch Cup, showcasing another very powerful team featuring Jellicent. Recently caught this Jellicent with the Fashion Week event. Frillish are all over the place, so I thought, why not showcase a very strong Jellicent team? It will be serving as the safe swap along with Quagsire. Fresh off of the Calm Day not too long ago, in the back to close, we are running the Calm Day, Aqua Tail, plus Mud Bomb. I think you can run Stone Edge as well. With either Mud Bomb or Aqua Tail, that would be fine. And rounding out the team on the lead, we've got Clodsire. And for Clodsire, I truly believe Mudshot is the way to go. There just are far less grass types in this meta, so Mudshot on the lead for Clodsire. This is easily one of the most accessible Catch Cup teams you can run, and quite effective. As we can see here, we've got a Charjabug lead. You love to see it if you're Clodsire, and they safe swap a Water Gun Lantern. So we're actually going to bring in our Quagsire onto this Lantern here, and we will easily be able to control alignment. If you can imagine, Quagsire quite dominant up against Lantern, especially Water Gun Lantern, as they do take a little bit longer to charge up to these Surfs than they would with Spark. So yeah, it's just an all-around good matchup. If you can imagine, going for a Mud Bomb here on the Lantern, grabbing a shield, and we will begin shielding here, matching those shields to maintain our alignment, because we don't want that Charjabug anywhere near our Jellicent, of course. And we do outpace, as I mentioned, going for this Mud Bomb here. This is not flippable for them. They should just cut the losses and let this go, but they do not. And Quagsire needs to hang on just long enough to get there. And we did trigger the, I should say, CAP tie, cap tie. Apparently, we're now calling it charge attack priority, so I'll try my best to stick with the changes here with the terminology. So we do win that CAP, keeping the alignment. They had a Gligar, we had a Jelly for the Gligar, and a Clod for the Charjabug. They top left. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, I've been needing to upgrade my Great League Jellicent for quite some time, and I thought, why not pair it with the two Wooper boys here? And here we go, Sandslash. And you guys will notice on Claude, we are running Poison Sting for a few of these battles, but we ended up making the switch to Mudshot, which again, I think you should really be running in this Catch Cup meta. But this A-Slash here has Powder Snow. I bet they're wishing they really had Shadow Claw right about now, as we are resisting this fast move pressure. And something in the back apparently does not want to see a Jellicent. Jellicent quite good in this meta, guys, I'm telling you. And they're readily available right now all this week for this Fashion Week event. Definitely worth running in this meta. As we can see here, we're grabbing both shields from the Alolan Sandslash. We did tank a Drill Run, and we are fine to give up the shields here to control where we align our two Wooper boys here. So far, yeah, this A-Slash is a nightmare for our Claude. So we got to get rid of this thing. We take it out with a Shadow Ball, and they've got a Golbat lurking in the back. So far, not too many places for Claude to go, but they do allow us to get to a Shadow Ball here. This, of course, doesn't KO, but does some meaningful neutral damage to the Golbat. Jellicent absolutely popping off in the Catch Cup. You absolutely love to see it. And we cannot bring in our Claude Golbat, Hard Walls Clodsire, like you wouldn't believe. So we're going to bring in Quag and look to get rid of this Golbat here. I'm not sure what else they could have lurking in the back. But Aqua Tail, as you can see, very spammy here. Same pacing as Body Slam Greedent with Mudshot. So if you can imagine. And they've got their own Claude in the back. So Quag was going to put in work and clean up that in-game. No problem. They realize that, and they do top left. Good game, well played to them. It really seemed like very few of these Catch Cup teams were ready for a Jellicent. But here we go. Oinkoloon, speaking of not being ready, I was not ready to see one of these things here. I know it can run Dig. It can also run Trailblaze. I was one off from my count there. I wasn't brushed up on my Oinkoloon counts, if you can imagine. But they are running Trailblaze, which they can also run. So maybe a slight misplay there on that opening matchup. Should have maybe stuck around to see which one they were running. We do survive a Dig from this thing, so Not playing this my best, but yeah, I've got to admit, this little piggy here totally caught me off guard, and it is absolutely putting in work on the Jellicent here. So yeah, we're doing our best going for the Surfs. Oinkoloom, quite bulky, has a very respectable stat product here for the Great League format. And we do have loaded energy. We did bank a ton, so we're going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. That's all we need to take out this little piggy here, but the piggy is not willing to go out without a fight. They want to hit us with a boosted move. We're not going to let that happen. As tanky as we are, we don't know what's in the back. They stayed in on the jelly, so perhaps we wasted our Jellicent there. Again, wasn't quite sure how to tackle this little piggy, but we do take it out. They finally let it go. Shields are now even. We have a relatively healthy Clodsire here and a fully healthy Quag in the back. They've got a flaming crocodile known as Skeledirge here. And we're going to throw our Earthquake here to see if we can grab that final shield or do some massive super effective damage. We do grab the shield. And now we will go into our Quag, as we will not outpace to another move. If you run a 2-turn fast move up against a 5-turn, you'll want to be throwing on 2 or 7 of your fast moves. As you can see, we threw 2 mud shots and then our mud bomb here. It's not going to quite KO, but it does boatloads of damage to the flaming crocodile, and they've got their own Claude in the back. Holy smokes, Quag about to pop off yet again. You absolutely love to see it. Quag was putting in work with this team here. We go for the super effective Mud Bomb, and we will let this go. Even if it is an Earthquake, we survive one of their big moves, whether it be Community Day Megahorn or Earthquake from that range on our Quag. Gonna go for another Mud Bomb and slowly but surely whittle away at the very tanky Clodsire here. And now I think we can safely shield our Quag and build up to 2 of these Aqua Tails here and seal the deal. This Aqua Tail absolutely gonna be taking out the Claude. Super effective. We take out the Claude, and we've got another one locked and loaded for the flaming crocodile known as Skeledirge. We're saying bye-bye to the Skeledirge, courtesy of Quag. Holy smokes. Quag taking over the game in dominant fashion, closing to perfection. Good game, well played to them. Jellicent and the 2 Whooper Boys, definitely a team you can put in work with and get a nice little climb going if you're still trying to reach your goals here in the Catch Cup. But here we go, Quag on the lead. That's a nightmare for our Claude. Going to make a play into Jellicent on the safe swap here. And they are going to look to perhaps chip and dip, or they could be core broken in the back. A little bit. They come in with a Ghouldyingo. Very cool to see. This thing quite bulky in the Master Premier League, but not nearly as bulky in the Great League format. So we do grab a shield from them as we were way ahead on energy. And we're going to take switch here. We can't have that Claude on that Quag on our Claude. So we're going to take full advantage, leverage our energy lead on this Ghouldyingo. We're well ahead. Going to go straight Shadow Ball here. And we take out the Ghouldyingo. Controlling switch, flipping that mid-game matchup, and we have a Shadow Ball locked and loaded here. Going to throw it onto the Quag, but this is not great because they're just going to go for an aggressive farm down here. They have loads of energy. Can't bring our Claude in onto a loaded Quag. We're going to have to bring our own Quag in here to absorb this damage and hope for the best. With our Claude remaining. Oh my gosh, they've got a Frostlass. Oh man. This isn't looking good. We're going to fake a Stone Edge here and see if we can get the final shield. They let it go. Very gutsy call by them. We're going to have to shield this Avalanche here and fake another Stone Edge. We got to get that final shield if we have any hope. Gonna bait with the Aqua Tail here and see if we can get that last shield. We do get the last shield. And right about here, we could have caught, but I just sort of waved the white flag. The Frostlass just is just gonna outpace us. I don't think this is winnable. There's just not much we can do. Even if we caught that, it still would have outpaced us and been able to overload on us. So yeah, it just was not doable, even with a catch. I knew a catch was in play, but I just, yeah. We just sort of silently concede the match here. Just gonna throw the Sludge Bomb. This will KO, although resisted, and the Quag does have a move to take us out. So yeah, rough team comp there for us. The Shadow Quag was just a little too spammy for our team here. Good game, well played to them. And Frostlass in the back was brutal in that last one, but here we go. We've now made the switch to Mudshot, and we are looking at a Vikavolt. Holy smokes. I think just run Charjabug, but yeah, they're just looking to have a little fun, it seems. They safe swap a Quag, and we survive whatever they want to throw at us. They go Earthquake. Hello. Holy smokes. I wasn't expecting that, but as you can see, we do survive it. They might be low on charge TMs. Apparently, there's a shortage going around in the community, so they're not going to get too much flack from me. It is putting in work as we can see here. Gonna shield this next one. Would like to control alignment here, but we don't necessarily need to. Gonna go for the Shadow Ball, and they're shielding. They have to win switch here. And again, we don't need alignment because we've got two really good answers to that, but we do shield this anyways because I don't want to come in on this loaded Quag with this much health. So we know that we're not gonna win this, but we just want to get this Shadow Ball off so that we can get a nice energy lead with our Clodsire here. So they do make it to an Aqua Tail here, which will KO, although resisted. And they do have another one, so that's what I really didn't want. I didn't want this thing being super healthy, which is why I wanted to get that Shadow Ball off. So we would only have to tank one super effective move, and I would much rather it be that Aqua Tail. And they have their own Claude lurking in the back, so this is okay. We're going to throw this Earthquake here, as we do have the energy lead on the opposing Claude, and we are doing super effective, as we did make the switch to Mudshot. And they're running Mudshot as well. Tried to catch an Earthquake onto our Quag, but they were very patient with their energy, so good on them for that. Oh, they go Mega Horn. Holy smokes. Yeah, the movesets on opposing Quags and Clods were all over the place yesterday, and they do catch the Mud Bomb, but that is absolutely fine. We were going to have to throw a Mud Bomb on this Vikavolt anyways, and I know that this thing hits like an absolute truck, so we throw with suboptimal timing to say bye-bye to the very squishy Vikavolt, and now we are still very much healthy enough to handle this Clodsire, no problem. I don't think our own Claude will need to see the field, as Quag is going to close this thing out yet again, doing its job to perfection as the closer. We take out the Claude, closing yet another endgame with our Quag in the back. You'd love to see it. Good game, well played to them. I will be the first to admit that I'm not crazy about these catch cups, but I did actually have a little bit of fun yesterday. But here we go, a mirror matchup. We safe swap out of that. We have two excellent answers to this. There is no reason to stay in on that mirror matchup there. So they do allow us to get to this move here, and they let it go as they do survive. They're quite bulky. They do let that go. We're going to let this go as well. We're pretty bulky as well. Not nearly as bulky, but bulky enough to tank an Earthquake, no problem. And because they're running a 2-turn up against our 3-turn, it is very easy for them to catch, and that is okay. They catch it on the low kicks. Holy smokes. And Jellicent is so big that I couldn't quite see what fast move they were running at the time. So we just throw this. And it does appear as though they're running Bug Bite, which we are resisting. But I know this thing hits like an absolute truck. We're going to shield this to control alignment. They go for the resisted X Scissor. That probably would have KO'd. That thing hits really hard. And they've got a Drifblim in the back. So this is not looking too good. But we are well ahead on energy. Going to go for the neutral Surf here. Going to bait them. And we do get a shield off of them. And we're going to come in with our Quag here. Probably should have thrown that other Surf there, but I was concerned that a Hex would KO, and I wanted to save our Jellicent just in case we needed to clear a debuff at some point. So that was the rationale there, and they are running Icy Wind. Gonna go for, of course they're running Icy Wind. Why wouldn't they be running that? Gonna go for these Aqua Tails. It's all we can really do. So that's why I say I think you can get away with Stone Edge in this meta. But yeah, we're rolling Mud Bomb, no big deal. And they are just blasting us with icy winds left, right, and center. We are thoroughly debuffed, but still going to throw this Aqua Tail here. Switch clock is up, so we're going to clear that debuff. And knowing that for them, psychologically, they're going to have to throw now. So that's what I wanted. They are absolutely loaded. This will KO, and I know we're going to have to eat one on our Claude here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're trying our best to get this one done here. Is super effective, but doesn't do a whole lot, and we're going to go for the resisted Sludge Bomb. Drifblim is an absolute nightmare for our Claude, but this is enough to still say bye-bye to the Drifblim. And we should be okay here. I wasn't quite sure with the debuff. I know that we survive an Earthquake from this health range here. And I think Mudshot was the thing, was what won us the game here. The fact that they're running Poison Sting and that we're running Mudshot allowed us to take them out with the Earthquake. We were able to survive those resisted Poison Stings long enough to get that off. Good game, well played to them. I definitely had a lot of fun and a lot of success with this Jellicent team here, but here we go. Steelix alert, Steelix sighting here in the Catch Cup. This is why we're running this team. This team addresses a lot of what I was anticipating, seeing, a lot of the Open Great League stuff like Steelix, Medicham. I know Shadow Basti is eligible as well, or Carbink also available. So I was prepared for this. It could be ABA Steel, it could be a Medi in the back. Medi and Steelix pair together quite well, but as you can see, Mudshot Clodsire puts in work up against Steelix. This is again why we made the switch to Mudshot and why I would highly recommend that if you run Clodsire, you run Mudshot in this meta right here. Absolutely putting in work on one of the most destructive and dominant Pokemon in Pokemon Go Battle League, period. And we do make it to another Earthquake. Not the best timing, but I wanted to take out the Steelix or grab that final shield. They let the Steelix go. There's the Medicham lurking in the back there. And I know we are thoroughly debuffed. I just wanted to see how much damage this would do. I wanted to get damage, but I was more interested in seeing how little it did. Holy smokes, that did nothing. That was quite comical. But I wanted to stay in. I did not want to aggressive swap because I was making a team read. I had a feeling there was a cheeky Catch Cup Medi lurking in the back there, and I knew we had the jelly for it. So that's why I wanted to just keep alignment, let the Claude go down despite the debuffs. And we go for the Surf, and they are able to catch onto a Carbink. So my suspicions were correct on the team read. It is a very common meta OGL line here, and that's okay. We're going to throw on 11 of their rock throws because they just hit 12 there, which means they're out of Moonblast, and we win CMP tie. So we get to deny them this energy or grab that final shield. It'll be interesting to see. They just let it go. All the energy. So we wanted to play it that way. And it worked out beautifully. And now we're in the clear. Looking good here. Gonna just absolutely roll right through this hard meta OGL line in the Catch Cup. Holy smokes. Nothing pleases me more. Going for the Aqua Tail here. And they just let it go, recognizing that it was not quite going to happen for them, unfortunately. Good game, well played to them. All of the moving parts on this Catch Cup team complement each other beautifully. Here we go, Shadow Dragonair here. I'm going to stay in here. So generally when they lead with a Dragonair, they want to play for alignment. So we know that we're at the very least going to grab some shields from this thing. We do let the Aqua Tail go, and we're just going to let Soft Lose lead, let Claude go down, and align Jelly onto this thing here. They let oh my goodness, we baited, and I guess they knew that they would survive, but that's okay. We're just going to keep going straight Sludge Bomb at this point. We are now grabbing the shields. As predicted, they have to play for alignment with a Dragonair lead. That's generally the way they play, and gonna go for another Sludge Bomb here, grabbing both shields. Oh, you love to see it. We're fine to let Claude go down because we hardwall the energy on that Dragonair. They've got their own Claude in the back, and we've got an amazing answer to this here. So the way this is looking out at this point, what I'm identifying in the midst of battle is that I'm just gonna put it all on Jelly up shields to sweep this end game here. We're not going to shield this here. The reason why is because that Dragonair is absolutely loaded. So shielding here doesn't make sense. We're just wasting shields. One of their moves basically KOs from this point, and we know that we hard wall it with Jelly. So we're just going to put it all on Jellicent. Let the Quag go down, and Jelly up 2 shields, I'm thinking, is going to absolutely put in work. Going to try and get this farm down. And right about here, I thought surely if they're throwing, they're going to go Earthquake, but no, they just go for the resisted Sludge Bomb. I lost track of those counts, to be honest. So that's a bad shield, but I know that we hardwall all of this energy here. We're just going to load up, farm this thing all the way down, and should be just fine, even with 1 shield up against whatever's remaining. Could be a Medicham. It's not a Medi, it's a Skeledirge, and as predicted, Jelly was going to sweep with no problems there. Good game, well played to them. So hopefully by now you guys can see this team can handle the hard line, Great League meta lines, as well as the fun stuff. And here we go, Golbat. We safe swap Quag here, and we draw out a Sirfetch'd. This was one of the last Pokemon I was expecting to see. I had no idea Galarian Farfetch'd was in the wild to be caught. This is not the Hatch Cup, this is the Catch Cup. So this one was really kind of blew my mind, but here we are faced with a Sirfetch'd, and we're actually shielding because I know this is not a winning matchup, but at the very least I want to get shields down because both of our 2 remaining Pokemon have nuke moves, and if you can get shields down, I think that is our best shot to make something happen. But they just cut the losses and give us alignment. So that is okay. Gonna just go for these Aqua Tails here on the Golbat and slowly but surely whittle away. They should throw a move. A lot of people don't realize how bulky Quagsire is. It's quite bulky, and it looks like they're going for an aggressive farm down, but they are taking so much damage in the process. And we're going for yet another Aqua Tail here on the Golbat, and they're refusing to shield. They've got a Medi lurking, and we had just the answer. This is why Jellicent puts in work. I was anticipating these Catch Cup Metachams, and Jellicent shuts that down like you wouldn't believe. But we are down shields. It's not the best when we're down shields, but we had to do what we had to do to try and make this one work for us here. Gonna bait with a Surf here. They're still refusing the shield, so I don't know if they're doing a no shield challenge or what they're cooking up there with their strategy, but we're just gonna go straight Surf, and now we're grabbing the shields. And we were 1 off from another Surf here, going for Surf number 3, I believe, grabbing that final shield. Now the shields are coming down, and it is within Surf range. They're going to combo play. They have to throw Shadow Ball to KO, of course. Resisted Poison Fang would not work, and they cannot stack 2 Shadow Balls. So I know that this is just a resisted Poison Fang. They want to soften us up as that Medicham does have loaded energy, and we're going to resisted farm this thing down. Get as close to a Sludge Bomb as we can. And I had full faith that even debuffed, we should survive a nerfed Psychic from this range, and we do. And we've got the Sludge Bomb loaded. Holy smokes. We were up against it in that one, but we're saying bye-bye to the Catch Cup Medi nonetheless. Holy smokes. Oh, had to dig a little deep for that one, but we got it done in the end. Good game, well played to the opponent, and that is the team, my friends. So yeah, this team puts in work. The Whooper boys, along with Jellicent, proved to be quite the combination in this Catch Cup here. It was able to handle the fun, spicy stuff as well as the hardline, open Great League stuff. So whatever the Catch Cup throws at you, if you want to give this team a shot, it's definitely one of the more accessible lines, with Frillish being out, readily available in the wild. You can get a really good Jellicent right now. And of course, we all have Clodsire and Quagsire from the Comday. So yeah, very accessible team, very powerful team, a really fun team as well. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you guys.